bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, they get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth to Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he'll flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
That wookie-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wookie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running. Swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in TNN
All
Trap
rights
News
to the
Network.
content.
Back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. Knowledge you can't get in college. Make sure you get into that. You want to get into that, man. Like, comment, subscribe. It is good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit that good subscribe button. Make sure you tap in with that if you ain't tapped into that. You feel me, man. Get into that if you ain't got into that. And I need y'all to hit the like, I need y'all to hit the comment, I need y'all to hit the subscribe button, I need y'all to make sure that y'all tap in with the tap in. You feel me? Notification bell, hit all, say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. And I need you to hit the petition in the description. Get into that if you ain't got into that. We've been jumping into this content, man. More of Luce Coochie Cat's lies from the Turtle Tank. Let's get into it. Let's go.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To hear the cost of this call, press 4 now. To accept this call, press 5. You may begin speaking now.
Good morning.
What's up, wife?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Man, nothing about the workout in a second.
So word is on the block that Big U finally went officially pro career.
Yeah. No, but remember I was saying that a couple of weeks ago because he's telling everybody that he was going pro per.
Yeah, because he wants to go pro per. You know what? Hold on. He wants to go pro per. He wants to go pro per. He wants to go pro per because that allows him to have the documentation that shows who's on his statements and who's on his snitch list and all that kind of stuff. It gives him his discovery, enabling him to see everybody exactly who's telling on him, everybody on him who's making it, hard for him to go home. It gives a snitch list. Normally you can get the discovery, but in this particular case, he can't get the discovery without it being a lawyer situation. Otherwise, it's going to be a flu, flammy, Sco, Doug, and a larcenies. So he's going to make sure that he has to get out of the situation with his lawyer to be his own lawyer in order to take these paperwork home with him. My bad, John.
So he could get the discovery.
Yeah, because I know, he said something like that in the court when they were, doing the new court date thing, but, it wasn't really official. And I think obviously that was the game plan from get-go, just so that he can get his hands on it, huh?
Yeah, so, but he already had it because when he had it, we had it like the very next day, and I was wondering like damn, his lawyer when he had it.
That's not true. You don't got your discovery. Nobody in that case has their discovery. You're lying. Anybody in that RICO, it's made public. You can't get that discovery if you're not a lawyer. You can see it, but you can't get it and take it nowhere with you if you're not a lawyer. So nobody has that discovery unless they're self-represented. And you ain't self-represented, so that's not the truth at all. You're a dirty, filthy liar.
If we had it like the very next day, and I was wondering like damn, his lawyer gave it to him or whatever, but I guess it was a play for him to get it to see what he was facing and who was telling. Because the names is not blacked out or anything like that. So,
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh
So
wow.
it's but one thing I could say is my name is not on there.
I'm hoping when everybody gets to see that, they can see, because you know they always want to say that you snitching and telling and doing all this stuff, but there's nothing on you at all in there.
I know my name ain't on it. Yeah, we about to see who name is on it. We about to see who name is on it.
Nothing on
No,
you.
but yeah, at the end of the day, it's bad work because the names is on there. It's gonna shock a lot of people.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's gonna shake up the.
It's whack. 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 We know that it's whack, bro.
The whole world.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Isn't that like a that's detrimental to the case. Like, how could they even allow that? You know what I'm saying? And like, he can't. How could it even be the law to be able to do that when it's such a big situation like this, where you got so many people's safeties involved? You know what I mean? Like, you can't say because you can't afford a lawyer, you want to represent yourself. There's free.
Now she's nervous. Now she's nervous because Luce Cannon is in that paperwork. Now she's nervous. You can't do that. Yes, you can. You can have $1 million and say you want to represent yourself. You ain't got to have no lawyer. She nervous. That nigga's finna get exposed.
Free lawyers. They mental to the case. Like, how could they even allow that? You know what I'm saying? And like, he can't. How could it even be the law to be able to do that when it's such a big situation like this, where you got so many people's safeties involved? You know what I mean? Like,
if his name ain't on the paperwork, his safety not a worry. His safety shouldn't be a worry. If his name is not on that paperwork, his safety is not a risk at all. If his name is not on that paperwork, his safety is not at risk at all. So unless your name is on that paperwork, Turtle, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. You shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Your girl is mighty worried for a nigga who didn't do no telling. She's mighty worried. She's mighty worried. She's mighty worried. She's mighty worried for a nigga who allegedly didn't do no telling.
you can't say because you can't afford a lawyer, you want to represent yourself. There's free lawyers. They can give you a court-appointed lawyer.
Just because they can give you a court-appointed lawyer doesn't mean you have to take a court-appointed lawyer. It's your liberty. You can do what you want with it. It's your liberty. You can do what you want with it. If you choose not to take the lawyer and you choose to mind your own business and fight your shit how you fight your shit, that's your business. Nobody's going to stop you. You just don't want him to do that because you don't want him to have the paperwork showing that your man is a snitch. Trap GPT, you there?
I'm right here.
Let me ask you a question, big dog. You got me?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
If I was a multimillionaire and I had over $80 million and I was fighting a federal RICO, if I decided I didn't want a lawyer and I wanted to represent myself, is there any law or rule against that despite me having over $80 million of liquid assets and cash?
Nah, there's no law against representing yourself, even in a federal RICO case, no matter how much money you have. It's called pro se representation, but it's usually not recommended, especially for something as complex as a RICO case. The court will allow it, but they'll also strongly advise having a lawyer because the stakes and legal complexities are super high. It's definitely a risky move.
Are you familiar with the Big U RICO case where there's something being said by the judge that they can get their discovery, but only the lawyer can have it? Are you familiar with that clause in their case and that discovery with what's going on right now in Los Angeles, California?
I'm familiar with that situation. In Big U's RICO case, there's a clause where the discovery materials can only be accessed by a licensed attorney, not the defendant directly. This is pretty common in sensitive or high-profile cases to protect witnesses and confidential information. So even though Henley wants to represent himself, he can't personally handle the discovery materials. A lawyer has to be involved in that part.
So if he's representing himself and has a lawyer backing him up, is it safe to say that he'll be able to get his hands on that paperwork with the lawyer's help?
Yeah, for sure. Even if he's representing himself, having a lawyer assisting in the background means he can still access all the legal paperwork, evidence, and discovery materials. The lawyer can help him understand all the documents and make sure he's got everything he needs to build his defense. So he won't miss out on any critical info just because he's technically representing himself.
With that being said, if there are people in that discovery who are snitching on him, would he then have that information and have that knowledge of who's telling on him based off him representing himself?
Exactly. By representing himself and having access to the discovery, he'd see all the evidence the prosecution has, including any statements or testimonies from people cooperating with defense. He'd know exactly who's snitching on him and what they're saying. This can definitely influence his defense strategy and how he approaches the trial.
No, listen, he thinks he's smarter than a fifth grader. So at the end of the day, he pulled a fast move on his situation. But if he was going to pull a fast move, why tell everybody in here? You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Why tell everybody what you was going to do before you do it?
Right.
And that's what I was saying, that it's good, but all he's doing is exposing himself. Because now you went pro-per to say, basically, I got all the information, and then when you go rehire a lawyer, you basically just said at the last thing you couldn't afford a lawyer.
Right.
So it's just like the point of him still doing things that he shouldn't be doing.
So based off what I just told y'all and what Turtle was saying, it sounds like everybody knows that Big U is finna pull a move and get this information and be able to show us exactly who's testifying on him and who's snitching on him. You hear what Luce Cannon said. He gonna do with the bam, blah, 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 get the information, get the lawyer, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be able to show exactly what's going on in this case, exactly who's, fighting against him, exactly who's doing the flu flam, skull Douglas, the larcenies. You can hear the nervousness in Luce Cannon's voice because he knows he's finna be exposed as a snitch. He knows that his words and his statements are about to be used against Big U as a snitch. He knows that he's finna hit that federal penitentiary, hit that main line. He's gonna have to PC up and all that kind of stuff. And above all, we are going to finally see that WACK Run Hunter is a rat.
And I don't know. He's dumber than a box of rocks. So I look at it as like you setting yourself up.
Because I'm not going to lie, his lawyer looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing. It's like it was a setup from get-go.
Yeah, no, but
Like, he was sitting down, he was slouching, he wasn't talking to the judge properly. It was just like, I was like, where did he get this from? Craigslist? I swear he got that lawyer from Craigslist.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like the most craziest thing that you could do. But I guess it worked in his favor for right now.
Right.
When once they catch on to it and they realize, like, bro, you just said you can't hire a lawyer, but now you hiring another lawyer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well,
after you went pro-per.
the lawyer.
But here go the thing too. The judge don't give a damn about if you can afford a letter today or a letter tomorrow or whatever, blah blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you can't afford a lawyer today, but your family hit the lottery tomorrow, now you can afford it. That's your business. Nobody cares.
Try to say what was said was the lawyer walked away due to differences, or couldn't work with him. But truth be told, he fired the lawyer.
Yeah, no, but he was making that happen because of the situation. Like it was a play he ran to get the discovery.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, no, it's bad, but then he know what's going on with him. So at the end of the day, it's like that's on him. I just want to let everybody know that I have no text messages, no phone calls, no nothing with my name on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
That's all I could
Yeah, right, nigga. You spooked. You spooked.
say.
Man, I just, I really need you home,
This
baby.
call is from a federal prison.
It just sucks that you're stuck in there, based off of your priors and not have anything to do with this case. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild.
Right.
It's really wild.
Yeah, no, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
You always guilty until you proven innocent. It's not the
Other way
other
around.
way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They say it's innocent until you proven guilty, but it's not, because it's like I'm still going through the same circumstances, but I know they're gonna see it my way in a little bit. You get what I'm saying? So
I hope
I
so.
just have I have faith in the system and make sure that it goes my way. Like, so just have everybody pray for me, and then we're gonna rock out that way. But once people realize the names that's on there, and it don't say Tremaine Williams or Luce Cannon, then it's like then they're gonna realize, like, okay, everybody that was playing with his name is a lie. And then
we all saw what you did, bro. We all saw your own Food Flammery's called Doug and Larceny.
Picky Meek, right? Like, why is everybody cloud chasing with my name if I'm a nobody because of I'm in jail? You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody waiting until I go to jail to say something. This is the most craziest thing I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. Like, now all of a sudden you wanna speak on things that's
Have a voice.
Yeah, it's been over a year. You didn't say nothing before. You wait till you get behind bars to want to clear the air on things that's being said for the best
I hate that fake accent. I wish she would shut up.
interest of your kids being able to see this. Like, what? Didn't, like, this happened way back when.
It's just like, but now, because his career is dead, so who's cloud chasing now? That's the difference.
And then he's trying to say all he saw at Diddy parties was cocaine or whatever. That's not true. You saw a lot of things at Diddy party. Cocaine's in everybody's houses. Like, all them Hollywood parties, it always had that. That's not the issue. The issue is doing things and drugging people and having them do things against their natural state where they would give their free will. That's the problem.
Okay, and it's a problem where he's in a pool.
What the hell are they talking about? Meek Mill and all that kind of stuff, I guess.
Sword, and Diddy calling him 1,000 daddies.
Huh?
Let's start there.
What?
Yeah, he in the pool because he's sore, and Diddy calling him, "Hey, daddy, you ready? You got that? I see you grinding, you hustling now, daddy. This and this." And he allowed him to say that and do all the other stuff like that. But now you talking about no Diddy and all this other stuff like that. He's goofy.
I'm speechless.
You gotta pull up the video, and then he's screaming and going at it with Diddy, but there's no Diddy now.
You talking about who? Meek Mill?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But at the end of the day, it's like
Meek, the nigga who you ran up on and now you in jail for saying that you extorted him like an idiot.
he's a sweetheart, but he cloud chasing. Put on my Instagram too. Say now you got a voice after a year ago, and then add him. You get what I'm saying? And then play the Drake song, "My Boss Bitch's Wife and Niggas" that Drake did. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's a goofy.
Okay, baby.
But I love you.
We're going to end it on that note.
We up out of to the next one. Y'all know the deal, though. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free Avenue Angel till he's free. We go.